Hey guys, what's going on? It's Kaeyoh here. Today I wanted to talk about the ultimate enabler Tassadar and some of his playstyle options, some talent choices, and generally what I'm trying to do when I'm playing Tas. So recently with some of the tournaments lately, the DreamHack tournament, you saw the bruiser slash enabler meta is still right at the tip top of the list, and teams like MVP Black and Korea run Tassadar pretty much every game they can get their hands on it. So I thought I'd make a video just kind of talking about my thoughts on the enabler Tassadar. And yeah, let's get right into it. So basically with enabler Tassadar, what you want to be doing is you have a couple objectives. And one, obviously, you're trying to keep your frontline bruiser up. It's all about keeping that frontline bruiser healthy and shielded as much as possible. But at the same time, that's just the base level. You also, with this build, want to be making sure that you're putting shields on your team constantly. And the goal really is to have a permanent shield on every single member of your party right before you engage into a team fight to give you that little extra edge in the fight. Also, as a Tassadar, you have a little bit of a complex role. One, you're trying to create vision for your team, and you're trying to almost be like a tank where you're kind of keeping tabs on the enemy team at all times and try and scout out what they're doing and poke them out, demount them, all that stuff. You're kind of trying to just be that annoying little pest for the enemy team. And so let's talk about the actual build a little bit and some of the options. So level 1 Conjurer's Pursuit, really that's the option 100% of the time. The other options aren't really worth it in my opinion. And with an enabler type build, you're going to be constantly wanting to spam out those shields, so you do need a lot of mana and mana regen. So level 4, you have a bit of an option. There's the Leeching Plasma talent and the reduced Oracle cooldown. So the Leeching Plasma is going to be really good when you have those auto attackers like Sonya and Illidan, and that's definitely a good option, but I think there's a lot of situations where the Oracle is actually better. If you're playing against a hyper-aggressive comp like a Tyrande ETC type of thing, or if you're playing against aggressive engagers from the flank, and that's characters like Thrall, or just like super high damage from the flank like Li Ming, and you just need to keep tabs on them, then I think that's 20 seconds reduction on the Oracle cooldown is pretty insane. I think that's the way to go. But if you're with an Illidan, I would take Leeching Plasma 100% of the time. Level 7, you're going to want to go Kala's Embrace. Pretty much all the time. Maybe there's some situations you might want to go Mule, but for the most part, Kala's Embrace is very important. So Kala's Embrace gives the permashield to people that you shield, and that's really important because overall, you can stack a shield on your entire team. Basically, kind of like what you see here. Li Ming's got that nice little extra buffer of health. Having that on your whole team before a team fight does give you a very nice little advantage. And because you're using Conjurer's Pursuit, you've got the mana regen to put all those shields out constantly. At level 10, you've got your ultimate options, Archon and Force Wall. Most of the time, I would say go Force Wall, but I think Archon is actually a little bit underrated most of the time. Archon does do a significant amount of damage, and at level 20, I think you actually have a better power spike than with the Force Wall type build. However, Force Wall, of course, extremely strong at just breaking up the enemy team, making it easier for Illidan to get on targets, making it easier for Sonya to get on targets, and helps you disengage, all that good stuff. So a lot of the time, you do have another support when you're playing an enabler task. The solo support Tassadar meta has died down quite a bit, and usually you do have like an actual true healer on the team as well. That's why I think Archon can be really good, just to give you that extra damage in team fights. But either way, both alts are strong. At level 13 and 16, you're going the double E talents. That's pretty standard with Tassadar. Basically, you don't want to be a target that has to be worried about on your team. And that's what the two E talents do for you. Your healer can worry about keeping the bruiser alive. You don't have to worry about using cooldowns on you because you've got your own heals. You've got your own survivability. And you should be able to keep yourself alive almost all the time with those two talents. At level 20, I think Rewind is the correct option, especially when you're trying to keep bruisers up. Storm Shield obviously is a good talent, but a lot of the time your primary objective is to keep the bruiser up. And being able to Rewind Shield, the main target is more effective than just putting a Storm Shield on a bunch of backline people and probably wasting most of the shield. So that's kind of my take on that. Anyways, guys, hope this was a little bit helpful. Definitely, get out there, get your shields going, have a good time with it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Thanks for watching.
the Seasoned Marksman change, where you get the activatable, plus Executioner, those two alone is 60% attack speed bonus.